Country music artists are known around the world for their big hearts, and that is shown in the new Working on a Building project with New Haven Records and MCM World Media. This new CD is an inspiring collection of music created to benefit the work of International Cooperating Ministries, a nonprofit foundation that has built nearly 4,000 churches, orphanages, and schools in the last 25 years. We had a chance to catch up with Marty Raybon and a few of his friends during the music video shoot for Working on a Building.
Here with Mr. Marty Raybon, who today is a big day. This is really awesome. You've brought all these people together, and you guys are shooting the video, having a lot of fun in there.
Yeah. You know, doing the album, the whole album was a lot of fun. Of course, I have to give a whole lot of credit to Mark Carmen for putting it all together, but doing the song in particular was a lot of fun because, you know, you get buddies that you've known in the music business, you know, for years and years and years. T. Graham Brown, Trace Atkins, Jimmy Fortune, you know, had been with the Stallers. And then, you know, you understand what the purpose is of the song that you're doing, plus you're having fun with the song that you are doing because it is fun. And, yeah, it's quite entertaining to yourself, and that don't always happen as a entertainer, as a singer. You know, it's kind of hard to find some stuff that still entertains you and really moves you, and I don't know, you know, it was just a lot of fun, and you know, and hopefully while we were taping, hopefully that'll be seen. You know, hopefully people will get the enjoyment out of it. You know, that as they say was captured in the lens.
Such a great cause today. How did you get involved originally?
Oh, they called me up and asked me if I'd do it like most projects get done. And I immediately said yes, and this has been fun, man. I got to do Working on a Building with them, you know, which is Jimmy Fortune and Trace Atkins and Marty Raybon and I got to sing a song of mine, and Jason Crabb sang with me, and he's one of the top vocalists in Christian music, and it's just been a real cool deal.
I'm working on a building, I'm working on a building, I'm working on a building for my Lord, not for my Lord.
Working on a building is referring to building churches around the world. And International Cooperating Ministries, we are a church growth ministry that partners with Christian ministries around the world. And we have partnered to do 4,100 churches in more than 60 countries. And the church growth comes from the fact that these churches are planting congregations. They've planted more than 28,000 congregations around the world. What's going to happen today, and through the proceeds from this album and this amazing song, Working on a Building, and the album's called Working on a Building Nashville Style.
I love it.
It's awesome. And all of the proceeds are going to build the church around the world.
Talk a little bit about the orphanage and how many children it facilitates.
Right now we have 2 orphanages in region of Mindanao, Philippines. One is in Surigao and one is in Osamis City. And the one in Osamis City, we don't have an orphanage yet. That's why we're trying to raise the funds so that we can build an orphanage. So we have 75 children that we're taking care of in Osamis and 50 children in Surigao City.
In the world today, you might think a small church in the middle of nowhere, what difference is that going to make? You know, but when you see little children, you know, going to that church and then being mentored by Christians who are trying to get out a good word and you know, preach the gospel of Christ, you see that impact that, you know, we're planting a seed here. It's like a seed, and you plant that seed and then you see it, the payback from all that, that these children are learning and can learn something good instead of something bad.
Now it's time for our weekly songwriter tip brought to you by Nashville Songwriters Association International. This week we sit down with Robin Ruddy as she talks about drawing your listeners into your song.
One of my favorite songwriting teachers is Pat Pattison, and one of the most significant things I learned from Pat Pattison is how to write songs that relate to people in terms of their senses. When you write from your senses, your sight, smell, taste, touch, it actually draws the listener in even more than if you just write ethereal kind of lines that people can't really see or feel or touch.
To learn more about NSAI, visit NashvilleSongwriters.com. That's about all the time we have for this week's show, but don't forget those Working on a Building discs we have up for grabs. Enter online only at InsideMusicRow.com. Don't forget to check out our Facebook page too for all the latest news and events going on around town. We're going to leave you today with that #1 hit from the Eli Young Band, Even If It Breaks Your Heart. Until next time, I'm Bailey for Inside Music Row, and I'll see you again real soon.